Hi guys, it is Lisa, or the Diamond Stitcher as I go by on social media. Hello, good morning or good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you're having a wonderful one. If you're new to my channel, first off, welcome. I'm happy you found me, and I hope you would consider subscribing and stick around for all things diamond painting. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. I have an Oraloa new release roundup for you guys today. All of the paintings that I will be talking about have been released yesterday, which was Monday, January 27th. Without further ado, let's see what Oraloa has for us this week. Here we are on the Oraloa business page on Facebook. So to find this, you just search Oraloa. Here it is with the profile picture and the banner there. Let's scroll back and see. We've had a few paintings released this week. I think this one is the first one. Yeah, that was during the other week. So here we have our first one. And when I saw this, my jaw dropped. I thought it was so cool. Let's take a read first. Fall Under the Spell of Strange Night, an enchanting creation by Lorianne, measuring a generous 68.4 by 80 centimeters or 26.93 by 31.5 inches. It is going to be available in both square and rounds. This kit takes you to a mystical night filled with captivating details. Very pretty. Let's look at it. Here we go. So we can see some characters in this one that I recognize. We've got, looks like the Beast in the background. We've got Belle up here. I'm not sure. Actually, maybe that's not Belle. Because I was just thinking, who's this character here? But I wonder if this is Mulan. I'm just guessing there. I could be wrong because she has some ghosts in her hair as well. Is she part of this kind of fairy tale story? I can't remember. It's been so long. There's also a witch up here, which I don't think is part of the story. So I'm not too sure, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment. Is this one fairy tale or is this a couple fairy tales all in one? I think it's a couple in one. Yeah, I do think so. But nevertheless, this is very cool. Let's look at the renderings. So here we have the first one. I wish they would put maybe I will let them know. I wish they would put square around on the rendering, but this one has to be round. Yeah. So the first one was square. This one is round. So if we go back and forth, there is not much difference at all, you guys, which is really great to see. Very, very minor differences. I just like to go back and forth a couple of times and look at different areas of the paintings. Yeah, I think you could get whatever drill shape you like. Really, it comes down to preference most of the time as to if you want a square or a round. Sometimes square does look better if there is more detail. Round is better with less detail. But in a case like this, I think either one, the final result will turn out beautiful, and it's just a matter of preference. For me, I would probably go with the round one because I think it looks pretty darn good. That being said, if you did not see my recent unboxing from Oraloa, I will try and link it in the video description if I remember. If not, it's in the unboxing playlist on my channel, and I did an unboxing of one of the Oraloa kits. I believe the name of it was Wonderland Party, if I'm not mistaken, and had like an Alice in Wonderland themed image. They are upgrading their diamonds, you guys. Oraloa is continuously upgrading. Their diamonds are looking fantastic. If I was given a bunch of diamonds, on a table and I had to guess which companies they were from, I could not tell. I would not be able to tell. Their diamonds are so good. You have to check out that unboxing to see, but the resin is amazing these days. The squares are fantastic. No trash, no tabs. They fit really nice. They're all uniform in size. The rounds are no different. They look really good. Oh yeah, and the squares are being updated in number of facets. So some of them are coming to a point on the top too. So they are doing amazing things. So yeah, if you like squares, definitely I would try a square. That unboxing I did is in a square, if I'm not mistaken. And I will plan to kit it up next. I just have a whip currently going, but once I'm finished that, I will kit up one of the Oraloa ones. I have 3 from Oraloa. Actually, I have 5 from Oraloa in my stash, so I could pick any of those, but I think I'm going to do one of the newer ones just to see how those new drill quality looks once you start placing the diamonds down. But this one is very beautiful. I do wonder what kind of special diamonds we would have in this one, if they would throw some ABs in there maybe. I think Tiki Dust would look really good. That's their version of the Fairy Dust. It would probably be sprinkled in. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of yellow areas, and I think are they cards? Or lanterns? I think they're candles. I could be totally wrong. I think they're supposed to be lanterns or candles. So some ABs in there would look really cool. I like the rendering of the beast. I think that's fantastic. This lady in the corner too, she is smaller, but she came out so beautifully. The face on this lady, the central lady, is gorgeous. Her dress is gorgeous. Fantastic job. This one is going to be very beautiful when finished. We've got lots of color blocking of the white in the background, and then it looks like this one's going to have a lot of line blocking. So you're not having that single placing type of confetti. I think it's going to be a little bit more multi-placing ability, whether that's with a small one like a 5-placer or a bigger one. Next up, we've got this image here. Let's take a read first. Discover Journey in Paradise, a stunning artwork by Al Hogue, measuring 52 by 65.2 centimeters or 20.47 by 25.67 inches. It will be in square format. This kit transports you to a tropical haven of serenity and vibrant colors. Let's take a look. Oh, there it goes. This one is bigger once you click on the image. So it looks like we've got an underwater scene and an above water scene. Just my preference, I would have liked to see more fish in this artwork. I think there's lots of room here. We've got one cute little clownfish over here, but more fish here would have been really cool and just added some into that open space. We've got a bit of a waterfall coming through here. We've got a big bright moon and I'm going to call it a cabin on the cliff here. There we have that rendering. So this one has a lot of confetti. From the looks of it, it has a lot of confetti. If I can zoom in here, all of the bushes here with all of the colors and the blacks and the grays, very, very confetti heavy. And that's just to get the look of the natural rock there. Same with over here, even in the water, we've got lots of confetti down here. And that's just trying to blend the colors together. The moon is nice and bright. I would wonder if we would see some ABs in that one. Wonder if we'd have some ABs in the bright area of the windows of the cabin up there as well. Not a lot of areas of color blocking, maybe some in the blues of the background, but not like large areas. Again, I think most of this painting is going to be confetti, just the nature of it, and it's going to look better from a little bit of a distance. It's going to allow all those colors to blend and pull together nicely. Next up, we have a beautiful Hannah Lynn. I love seeing Hannah Lynn over at Oraloa. I think they do a great job on the rendering. Discover Nellie, a vibrant and colorful artwork by Hannah Lynn, generously sized at 70 by 55.9. That's actually a great size. 27.56 by 22.01 inches. It's going to be in square diamonds. This kit immerses you in a sparkling world full of captivating details. Let's look at the original artwork. There we go. Beautiful painting. I like when we have a Hannah Lynn and we can see some of the background. It's not just, you know, the girl's big face, but we've got starfish in her hair. We've got some clownfish over here with some seaweed and probably sea anemones, another big fish here, some seaweed over here. Let's look at the rendering. I think they did a phenomenal job, especially with that skin tone. They blended it really nicely. The hair looks beautiful as well. We've got lots of line blocking in that hair, areas of color blocking as well. It is hard to see all of the colors with the Oraloa stamps over it, but that's just to prevent any other shops or you know, people who do stolen artwork to steal the image and create it. But you can get around looking. We've got the clownfish came out beautifully here. This fish down here is very nice as well. I think the seaweed and the sea anemones all look really good, just like the original artwork there. I think the rendering's done a fantastic job. I wonder if we would have ABs and the tiki dust. I'm not sure how often they put that tiki dust in there. It is my favorite. That's with the mica powder on top of the drill, so I like to see more of that. It just gives it a subtle glitter without being too overbearing, but I bet you there are some ABs. I wonder if we'd have some in her hair just to highlight all of those whites. Some maybe yellows, some pinks, some greens, maybe some oranges as well. Just thinking of the different colors where you could put them. Her eyes are rendered beautifully as well. Really like the skin tone in this one. And when we look at it side by side from a bit of a distance like this, you can see how close to that original artwork this one is. I think they did just a fantastic job. And Oraloa, if you didn't know, they do have hand charting in their canvases these days. Older kits were more computer charted, but sometime last year, they started implementing hand charting. So that's why we see a lot of, or not a lot of, but maybe more multi-placing, line blocking, color blocking, because there's been hand charting in it, and I think they do a phenomenal job, and they only get better as time goes on. Next up, we've got this artwork here. Dive into enchanting world of magic adventure, a captivating artwork by Maria Leah Malandrino, measuring 47.2 by 65 centimeters or 18.58 by 25.59 in square diamonds. This kit takes you on a journey filled with vibrant colors and fascinating details. I really like at Oraloa that their sizes are reasonable. You'll see a lot of their paintings are in reasonable sizes. Like, where did it go? It's here, 65 by 47. The Hannah Lynn that we just talked about was 70 by 55. Like, those are manageable sizes. They're not too big, and I really like that about Oraloa. Here we have the original artwork there. I always like taking a look. So we've got a beautiful girl in the middle writing in her notebook. We've got a teapot off to the side, a typewriter, a globe. It looks like a TV or a walkie-talkie of some sort up in the top. We've got Owl Palace up at the top. Here is that rendering. I think it looks great. I think it looks a lot like the original artwork. I do see some computer charting in this one, just the nature of confetti in the typewriter. I see it in the teapots, perhaps in some of the greenery in the background here. Then we've got a little bit more hand charting on the lady. The TV has some hand charting. The background, Owl Palace has some hand charting in it as well. How do I differentiate? Well, usually computer charting is where there is more confetti, and hand charting is when there's more line blocking. But a lot of companies will do a base layer of computer charting with hand charting on top. I'm not sure if Oraloa does that, or if it is all hand charted, it could be, but I have a feeling they do an overlay on top with hand charting, and they do a lot of hand charting, which I am here for. I really like that in the form of diamond paintings. I think that is how you get a diamond painting not to have to be humongous, is eliciting hand charting and making the image just look better at a smaller size. I think her skin tone looks pretty good, and they rendered her face beautifully. I know it's kind of hard to get the flowers in the teapot and that to look like flowers, but if there was a way to do that, it would probably have to be bigger. As you can see in the original artwork here, they look like roses. That would have been nice if they could have made it look a little bit more like a flower and less like a little blob, but just the nature of the image and trying to keep it in a manageable size is probably what prevented that. Next up, we've got this image here. This one is, now I may not say the name of this artwork properly, Muse Creps, no, I'm not going to, Crepsucle Behavior. You guys, I just butchered that name. It's right here. This is the name of the artwork. It is in French, and I do not speak French. A breathtaking creation by Vayonet, measuring 57.5 by 80 centimeters or 22.64 by 31.5 inches. I'm just laughing at how many of you guys who are French speaking are laughing at me right now. It is going to be in square diamonds, and it captures the elegance of a muse in a mesmerizing winter landscape. Here's that original artwork. I like this artist's art. It's very beautiful. And this one is really cute, and she's got some pretty colors in it as well. Wow, that rendering is amazing. I'm glad they chose square diamonds for this one. I think it looks phenomenal if we go back. There's that original artwork, and here's the rendering again. I think a phenomenal job was done. I love the colors they chose in this painting. The sky back here looks beautiful. All of those blues, the pinks and purples over here, the snowflake up at the top, the colors in the sky way up here, the pinks and purples, and over here. Just beautiful. Her hair is gorgeous. All of these stars look really beautiful. I wonder if we'd have some ABs and all of these white sparkly stars here. I think that would look beautiful. Some tiki dust in her dress would look nice. Maybe some ABs in the elements in here, like we've got white and blue circles going on in here. This little guy is just so cute as well. They did a phenomenal job. Her skin tone looks really good as well, which I like to see. Skin tone sometimes can be hard to render with getting the shading and the different colors to blend in together, and I think they do a great job at Oraloa. Definitely can see hand charting in this kit for sure. Just the intentional colors, lots of line blocking, not so much color blocking because there's lots of detail in here, but you do have areas of color blocking where you can use a multi-placer like some of the blue up here as well. Not a lot of the single placing confetti, at least I can't see it here. This one might be one of my favorites this week, along with that Hannah Lynn. I just think the renderings are phenomenal. I love the colors in this one. It just seems so bright and vibrant as well. Here, if we look at it side by side, you can see that it's just a splitting image of the original artwork, which means they did a fantastic job at the rendering. And lastly, this is one of my favorite artists at Oraloa, and I'm glad we're seeing more of her artwork. This is titled Morning Kiss by Jody Bergsma. It will measure 46.5 by 70 centimeters, great size, or 18.31 by 27.56 inches. It is going to be in square diamonds, so a lot of their paintings this week are in square diamonds. We did have that one that would be available in both at the beginning. Let yourself be captivated by the tenderness and poetry of this painting, where every sparkling detail tells a story full of emotions. Let's look at the original artwork here. Beautiful colors. I really like Jody Bergsma's artwork. I think it's just so beautiful. Here's that rendering. Phenomenal job. Looks beautiful. I love that they were able to keep it in a manageable size and get that rendering looking just like the original artwork. All of the colors are so beautiful. The greens and kind of beiges in the plants are nice and soft. They're not stark, outlined in black and in your face. It's a softer rendering. Usually with softer renderings, we also have a little bit more confetti and less color blocking or line blocking. But I can still see, especially if we zoom in here, like they're still hand charting in through here, even though it is softer. So that's nice to see. This flower just stands out here with the yellow outlining it as well. The bird is absolutely beautiful too. I really like this artwork. I may pick this one up just because I don't have a lot of Jody Bergsma's artwork in my stash right now, and I would like to collect some. It is also in square diamonds. I really like what I saw in my last square diamond kit as well. So I think I definitely will be adding this to my collection, if not this week, in the near future. I am supposed to be on a no-buy for January, and I'm trying my best. I've already failed multiple times, but for the remaining week, I'm trying to be good. So it might be in February. That is it, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that is it for this week's release at Oraloa. Let me know what you guys thought. We've got this beautiful image we just went over. Second one here. Then we have the Magic Adventure here. We've got the Hannah Lynn here. That one is gorgeous. Journey in Paradise here with the dolphins. Strange Night. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite. Actually, I think this one might be my favorite of the week because, and it's available in both square and rounds, just because the picture itself it's not a style that you see often in diamond painting, and I think they did a phenomenal job on this. This one definitely is my favorite of the week. Let me know what your favorite is down below, and if you are picking anything up this week, or if you're not going to be buying but you're going to be adding to your wish list, let me know that as well. Let me know any thoughts or feelings about any of these artworks, maybe where the special diamonds go and the renderings, and what you guys think. I always like to hear from you guys too. All of these paintings are available on the website to purchase now, so you can head over there. I will have the website linked in the video description down below. I am excited to get into one of the Oraloa kits I have next, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. I think they're doing amazing things, like I said, upgrading their diamonds, and I'm really excited to see how their squares are looking these days, so I definitely will be kitting up a square diamond painting next. I try and do an Oraloa roundup every time they do have a release. Their releases occur on Mondays at 7 p.m. French time or 1 a.m. Atlantic time. Usually the roundup will go up Tuesday morning for them, and they don't release every week. It's kind of bi-weekly right now. So whenever they do have releases, I will have a roundup. If you don't see it, then there isn't a release that week. I have 2 more kits to share with you from Oraloa, so look for that in the future. I think I actually have 4 kits to share. 2 were sent to me by Oraloa, and I already had 2 in my stash that I haven't shared yet. So those videos will be coming in the future, and as I said, I will be working on one next as well. If you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I would absolutely love to have you. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. You can also hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. Don't forget to join us over on Facebook on Licensed Diamond Painting Fans Canada and Friends. There's always a link to that in the video description. It's just a great resource, a great group of mostly women. We do have some men as well who celebrate all things licensed diamond painting from all the different shops. With all of that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!